Welcome to today. We're going to be dig into the practice and content of the Common Core State Standards Mathematics. There's 8 habits that I need to also teach. So when I'm unit planning, lesson planning, I also need to include those. We're going to be looking at how some schools are embedding those. NCTM, the National Council of Teachers of Math, said years ago, no, less is more, go deeper with kids. They need to focus on the why. They need to experience rich tasks, as opposed to doing like all these different things, going from grade to grade and still having gaps. Other thing is, again, less standards, focused on, as EI said earlier, college and career. What do we want? The big thing with those standards is they work backwards. When you look at all the references in the back, who's taught UK curriculum? The references in the back of here, they reference everyone. Guess what? Singapore, Hong Kong, UK, Finland, they went through not only, so it's not just about what was going on in the States and the high-performing state standards, but it's also around the world. So 3 big shifts. One is on focus, again, that there's fewer topics. One's on coherence. How are students progressing year after year? The big shift is that last word, starts with R. What is it? Rigor. It's all about when you look at these shifts up here, you have focus and coherence. Shifts 3, 4, 5, and 6, fluency, deep understanding, application, dual intensity, all deal with rigor. So that's definitely a big, huge shift. Starts with this, with I can statements. These are posters for you. One is a little bit more language, so a little bit more for like grades 3 on up, a little bit lower language. One has language, because I know your school is probably like my school, mostly language learners. So this language is a little bit less in terms of less intensive. This one, again, has examples, but a little bit more language intensive. 3 things that, let's see if your answers match this. 3 things that he's called the math coach in the States, David Ginsburg, says, is it's all about getting kids engaged in productive struggle. Not getting them something that's so difficult that they can't do it, too far of a stretch, but something that's at that, as Goldilocks likes to say, something that's just right. So it's not too easy, but not too hard. It's all about problem solving, which we'll move to next. And it's all about, someone I heard, I think at this table earlier, it's about not just the one way you were saying earlier, but having multiple solutions as a pathway. We'll do that also when we get to the problem solving piece. But let's pick up first with this productive struggle. We're going to watch, but let's listen and hear what the definition of productive struggle is. So we're all on the same page.
When they fail, the important thing, when you hit some moment where students are just stuck and struggling, the important thing for me is to first identify, is this productive struggle or not? There is unproductive struggle. Those who would say, well, I never say anything to a kid they can say for themselves, or I just ask questions in response to their questions, don't have a strong understanding of what goes into a kid's head when they're trying to learn something new. It can be very debilitating.
What do our classrooms tend to look like in math? You've shared, we have 40 minutes, 45 minutes, 50, 60, mostly. Then we're going to look in the classroom. We're going to watch a short video of a math lesson looking for a couple things. How does a teacher differentiate instruction? And what are the math practice standards that you see within the classroom? It is a problem-solving based classroom, so again, now we're combining and marrying all 3 of those things. Doing math. This is so major. Sometimes I'm asked to come to schools and code. You know what code means. It's almost like research. How much math are our students actually doing? How much time is the teacher talking? We know it should be 80-20, so they talk 80, we talk 20. How much time are the students talking? How much time are they actually doing math? So to think about, for you all, when you're in your 45 or 50-minute or 60-minute math class, how much time are your students actually doing math? And this right here, again, is a type of resource where it's fully embedded in terms of the doing math. The thing that you're going to notice is there's a lot embedded in here around problem solving, right from the beginning, finding out what students know, what they can do, what they understand, and throughout rich problem solving. So there's time in here for solo time, there's time for partner time, there's time for them to engage accordingly. As the last I just had the Common Core State Standards. So it always has a starting point. Because of course, like you said and we said earlier, it's always finding out some of the tasks that I've shown. Let me give them something short and quick to see what they can do. Thinking you got your question. It'll come, don't worry.